Paradiso Africa.
How on a day Abariako. This is our first episode on Paradiso Africa. Well, you can call me Kay. I'll be your co-host on this program. And
you can call me Joyce. I am also the host of this new episode.
now, in this new episode, we're going to be talking about the essence of this channel. You're going to learn more about why we have created this channel. We're going to personalize this particular episode a little bit, talking to you about our life here as Africans living in Europe. Is it interesting living in Europe?
Yes, it is.
I think it's just of necessity.
Yes.
I don't find it interesting. I'm sorry.
I do, in a way. So that's where we are like having the discussion, because there is good and bad in everywhere we go. So we are going to have a discussion, and you can chip in and let us know, comment, subscribe, and let's know what's...
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's no place like home, and home for me is Africa. Like the slogan of our program says, they call it Africa, we call it paradise. And I think living in Europe for me is of necessity. Not that I'm enjoying it, and I really don't encourage people to migrate to Europe, except of course if you have a purpose coming here in terms of maybe you're coming for study, or maybe work is bringing you, perhaps your workplace is transferring you here, or you already got a job before coming, or you got study admission, or maybe you have a partner to build a family with here, except in those cases. But in terms of migrating, coming to seek asylum, yes, of course, if you're seeking asylum based on threats to your life, based on security issues, that is understandable. But if you're coming here to seek asylum on economical reasons, Europe, I don't think Europe is a place for you.
It's a place for you, yes. Because Europe, as my partner is saying, Europe is, like a place to be when you're, running from your safety, or when you have problem in where you're living. But in terms of, yes, financial relationship, raising children in Europe, for me, that is also where I come in. To me, I think Europe is not a place to raise your children. Talking from experience. In terms of education, yes, people always go to I'm coming to live in Europe because of good education. But I learn now education without manners is useless, because we that raise our children here and still are, is not easy. There is no discipline. You can't discipline your children the way you're supposed to. You can't raise them the way you're supposed to. And children in Africa, the way we were raised, a child is for the whole village. But here we find out a child is for just a parent and the government. So in Africa, when a child make a mistake or something happened to a child, or you have to correct a child, you can't just do that in Europe. But in Africa, it's for the whole village. Even your neighbor can correct your child. There is no problem about it. Raising children in Africa, it needs a village, and it is well done. But in Europe, believe me, it's a lot of challenge.
But as an individual, as an African, how is your life here in Europe?
I am surviving. I am not living. So surviving, just wake up in the morning, go to work, come back, eat, and the cycle continue. So that is surviving, and you live for your rent, you live for your food, you live for, yeah, there is no future in terms of building a business, in terms of working. And like in Africa, like when you are working, you're working, oh, I'm working to buy a car, I'm working to help my family, I'm working to build a small place for myself and my children. But here is just work and eat and pay your rent and electricity and your internet. That is, to me.
Yeah, I think it's we all as Africans share same view. I can't speak for all Africans. We can only speak for ourselves. But I think I share the same views with you, because um, um, what we're doing here is just survival.
Yes.
We are not living our best
That's
life.
life.
Yes, we have the basic amenities of life. We have electricity, we have good roads, we have security. Um, yeah, we have shelter, good shelter. But the thing is, it's that all about life. Yeah, for some people, yes. For some people, they just want to be comfortable. They just want to have the basic amenities of life, and that is it. But for some of us, with purpose in life, for some of us with vision, um, it's we don't feel we fit into this system, because this system cannot help you achieve your dreams. This system cannot make you rich. You can be comfortable, but you cannot achieve your dreams in terms of vision and all that. For me, I call Europe vision killer. That is just it. Because where I come from, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. I come from Nigeria, to be precise. You can achieve your greatest height. There are no limitations. The only limitation you have in Africa is yourself.
And corruption.
In fact, left to me, corruption does not stop me from achieving what I need to achieve.
So true.
The only limitation I see in Africa would be myself. Because if you can make comments in the down section. Tell us what you think. Tell us.
Let us know. Let's have a discussion.
Yeah, let's have a
What
discussion.
do you think
What do you think? What is your own perspective
of
for those of
Africa and Europe?
Yeah, and for those of you living in diaspora, or have lived in diaspora, you can share your experience with us. Tell us what you think. For those of you in Africa at the moment, or for those of you in Africa or that are Africans, let us know what you think. Or if you have visited Africa before, let's say you're an European or you're American or whatever, if you have visited Africa before, tell us how you felt when you visited Africa, the difference, what you felt like. You understand? And if you're based in Africa, tell us what is your perception, because so many of us have been brainwashed by movies, by novels, by what we see on mainstream TV. Oh, Europe is paradise, America is heaven, blah 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 blah, and then we lose what is precious to us, all in the name of searching for greener pastures. I feel so sad when I hear people telling me about their migration story, how they walk on foot through the desert, through Kano into Niger or Cameroon, and then into Libya, and then having to slave for months, for years in Libya before they could afford to even cross the Mediterranean Sea into Italy, and some of them don't even survive. And then my question is, all for what? Why would you endanger your life in the name of looking for greener pastures? I wouldn't have been here if not for circumstance. Yes, I'm here. I I am grateful to be here. I'm grateful
To be safe.
to be safe, because I wasn't safe. It's in fact, that is a topic for another day. You understand? So and of course, I've gained a lot of knowledge which I intend to bring back home. But I don't intend to live the rest of my life here. I don't think this is my final bus stop. It's not that I don't think. In fact, this is not my final bus stop. This is actually my starting point, because I have a lot of work to do back at home in Africa. So, here, as my partner just mentioned, we're just surviving. We're just working and paying bills. You work, the work you're doing is equivalent of the bills you're paying. So you might think, oh, I'm earning, for example, I'm earning, let's say,
1,000 euros.
1,000 euros in a month, for example. If you calculate it in naira, where I come from, then you're looking at almost 1 million. And then someone will like, oh, okay, you're making a lot of money. But the thing is, at the end of the day, by the time you remove your rent, by the time you pay your rent, by the time you pay your energy, you pay your internet, you pay insurance, the money is finished. Maybe what you have left to eat, for shopping, maybe 50 euro, maximum 100 euro, and that is it. And even for those that are not working, let's say for those that are getting social benefit, that is also the same range they get. Now, if government gives you a social benefit of 1,000 euros, at the end of the day, you pay those bills. What you still have left is the same 50. So the thing is, you're just living in a circle. The thing is, you're just surviving. It's good for some people, but for some of us, not.
So, what will you say to people that are still trying to fight their way to come to Europe? What will you say to those people?
Well, if you're coming here for a purpose, let's say, like I mentioned earlier, if you're coming here to study, good and fine. That is very nice.
Come and learn.
That is, yeah.
But take that idea and rebuild your state of origin back home in Africa.
Yes.
Because the knowledge that you have learned, and go back to your place of birth and give to the society, you will, like build a city with that knowledge, instead of just because, sorry to cut you off, but there are people that we know that they have come to school, but at the end they learn. Some are successful to find a job, and they don't think they need to go back home.
Well, that is a mistake on their part, because I know you're mentioning go back to your state of origin, or where you come from, or your home, and develop. For me, Africa is home, so
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether I come from Lagos or I come from Kaduna, I come from Nigeria and stuff like that. But I know that Africa still needs development. So if I'm here to gain knowledge, I can see here that everything is in place. Everything is in place here. Everything is developed.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any innovation I want to offer Europe, because they have it all. Everything is there. But Africa still needs.
It's a virgin ground.
It's a virgin ground. We still need a lot. Yeah, we still need a lot of development.
Yeah.
So if I'm here to learn, if I'm here to study, if I'm here to acquire knowledge, I'm supposed to bring back that knowledge home, to develop home, to make sure that the generations after me will not be crossing the Mediterranean Sea in the name of survival.
Well said. Well said.
You get it? So if you're coming here for study, thumbs up to you. If your workplace is transferring you here, or you get a job here, that is also nice, because you can build your knowledge even while you're doing that job. You can be exposed. Traveling is education as well. And yeah, you can make money in a higher currency, which you can bring back home to develop your home country, or your continent, Or if you're reuniting with your family, you're reuniting with your wife, your husband, your children, that is understandable, because we can't advise you or say to you, oh, don't be united with your family because you love Africa and blah, blah, blah. But if you're coming solely because you think there's a greener pasture here, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Nothing like that. People, I mean, most of us don't tell people the truth. We were having a discussion with some celebrities few weeks ago, and yeah, I know we're talking about, you know, going back home or visiting Africa and all that. The truth is, the reason why some of us have not been able to visit Africa since we left is because we cannot afford it. Don't be deceived. Or am I
You're
am I
right.
wrong?
You're right.
Because
You're right. Because again, even if you go home, the expectation back home is also too much. Then you go back. That's why, as we sometimes we talk with other people, it's not only that you cannot afford to go back home. Again, the expectation back, you have to bring something to your family. Otherwise, those people that you're even going to meet, the expectation, if they don't get what they expect from you, they will abuse you, they will embarrass you, and they will not understand that the knowledge that you bring, they can all tap in and build something. All other people want is give me and give me and give me. They don't want to even know what you have gone through to, you know, in Europe, or what you're going through. They just think, oh, there is money on the, yeah, on the trees, you just pluck. You are in Europe, you are in America, you are in Canada, you're just plucking the money from the tree and then share it. They don't understand that. So that is also where we have to also bring awareness to, you know, it's not as easy as people think.
no, it's not as easy as people think. Some people don't even have money for flight tickets
Yes.
to come back to Africa. And when they come back, the question is, what are they coming back to?
do.
Even if they are visiting, then they are already thinking of, as you said,
What
oh,
can I
what
give
can
my
I bring
auntie?
back?
What can I give my
you know,
father? What can I give my mother?
Where
What
am
can
I going to
give
stay?
So you have
All
to
those
save.
things.
You have to work and save and save and save.
Yeah, because not everybody have the privilege to build houses back at home while they are here, or to invest anything back at home. Yeah, some people have the strength, some people have the privilege to do that, but not everyone. In fact, out of 100, maybe, let's say
50.
50 is even too much. Let's say
20.
30% of people, of Africans, can afford to say, okay, I'm investing back home, or I'm building something back home, but I'm living here. You understand? So it's quite tricky when people think, oh, they are not coming back because they are enjoying the place. Or when you tell people, there's nothing here, they will tell you, oh, there's nothing here, and yet you are still there.
Yeah.
Or you tell people, oh, we're just managing, they will say, we too, we want to come and manage like you. But that's the reality is different. The reality is different. But anyways, this is your program again, Paradiso Africa, and this is K and
Joyce. So please subscribe, share, and like. Tell your family, your auntie, your brothers, your uncle that wants to come to Europe, your sisters that want to come to Europe. Let's have a discussion. Thank you for watching.